guys have been doing all right. So today I thought that I would do a Major League Baseball predictions, and also since, it's already been about 15 games in the season, I can kind of tell you if some of those predictions have been correct. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while, but I thought I could make it like a series. So I'll do one now, I'll do one in the beginning of the season, and then I'll do one at the end of the season, and then at that point I'll even do like maybe a little playoff preview. And sorry if I'm looking over here, I'm just looking at my viewfinder. Okay, so let's start off with the American League East. Coming in last place, you're gonna have the Orioles at 66 and 96, and I'm just getting this off my phone. This is off MLB.com. So you have the Orioles at 66 and 96. Let me just put this on Do Not Disturb. With a 0% chance of making the playoffs, and I think that's pretty accurate. But you never know. Then you have the Red Sox, 80 and 82. 1% chance of making the playoffs. Then you have the Blue Jays. Coming in at 85 and 77. 7% chance at making the playoffs, and I would watch out for them because they're hot right now with Vlad and Bichette. They're really hitting the ball well. Next you have the Rays at 86 and 76. 11% chance at making the playoffs, and of course coming in first, 97 and 65. A record 81% chance to make the playoffs, and actually that's to win the division. You have the Yankees, and actually they've started off terrible. They have a 5-9 record. I think they're struggling with some injuries, but let's just read what it says. So this is from Picota. I'm not too sure what that stands for, but sees the Yankees as being the best in the American League. The Bronx Bombers, with their additions of Corey Kluber and Jamison Talion into the rotation, and the re-signing of DJ LeMahieu, who is just super underrated. He kind of came out of nowhere, and now he's gonna get the recognition he deserves. But the last few seasons, I kind of think he swept under the radar. So yeah, it's pretty much saying that they got a good shot. I think they behind the Dodgers might have the best record in Major League Baseball by the time this is all said and done. And but with that said, they are 5-9 right now, and that's not the greatest start. Okay, so next we're going with the AL Central. In first place we have the Twins. I'm going to do first place first. At the 91 and 71, a 61% chance to win the division. Next we'll have the Indians, 86 and 76, so 10 games above 500. I think that's pretty solid. The White Sox may be a team to watch out for. They're young and they're hot. They have one of the youngest teams, 83 and 79, 13% chance of winning the division. Next you have the Royals, 71 and 91, with a 1% chance of winning the division. And last place we have the Tigers, 67 and 95, with no chance of winning the division, but you never know what could happen. So it would be interesting to see if the same site actually does maybe like an updated version. Okay, so So it says the AL Central looks like it will be there for the taking again in 2021, with another three-way race ramping up between the Twins, Indians, and White Sox. So it's pretty much saying, it's anybody's game this year. But with that said, they're saying that the Twins have probably the best chance, and I would agree with that. AL West is one of my favorite divisions to watch. I think it's always so close. So you have the Rangers at 67 and 95. The Rangers are pretty terrible. They're not going anywhere. The Padres swept them earlier in the season. Then you have the 70 and 92 Mariners. Again, with the additions of Taylor Trammell, and I think their pitching's all right. They're going to be a fourth place team because the top three teams are just so strong. The A's are kind of like a wild card situation, 80 and 82, so just below 500. And then you have the Angels, 87 and 75, with a 24% chance to win the division. And I think that I honestly think they could win the division with Shohei Ohtani, who is like, I think, the modern day Babe Ruth. I mean, he throws 100 miles per hour and he hits the ball at 114 miles per hour. It's crazy to see. And then with Rendon at third, and of course Mike Trout, who, statistically is probably the best player in baseball, and has been for the last 10-15 years. And don't forget, you got the veteran Albert Pujols at first base. So I mean, with all of that, I think that in every fifth game, Ohtani's hitting, so that's pretty much having an extra hitter. And then they have the Astros at 93 and 69, which I think that the Astros will win the division, but I think the Angels are a locked-in wild card, because who are they going against? The Indians. So yeah, that's going to be interesting because the Rays might have something to say about that, but I think it's going to be the Indians and the Angels in the wild card game. That's what I see, and I really do wish they did extended playoffs again. I really liked the extended playoff series. I think it was kind of fun to watch. Okay, next we have the National League East. We have the Mets, so we're moving on to the National League. Mets in first place, 77% chance to win the division, 96 and 66 record. That's an amazing record. I think if they can pull that off, I don't think they will, but I think if they can, I think they have a good shot at giving the Dodgers a run for their money. So next we have the Nationals, 85 and 77 with a 10% chance of winning the division. The Phillies, 83 and 79 with a 7% chance at winning the division. The Braves at 82 and 85% chance of winning the division. I think I'm going to have the Braves coming in third and possibly second place. Juan Soto is hot. The thing is with the Braves is that they got Acuna. Acuna is one of the best players I have ever seen play the game. What he brings to the table is just insane. I think he already has something like, I don't know, he's batting like 500 right now. I don't really know the actual stat, but I can pull it up for you. Yeah, he's batting 433, which is insane right now. How many home runs does he have? He has 7 home runs right now. That's insane. Okay. So yeah, and you got the Marlins in last place. I don't think the Marlins are making the playoffs this year. 81 and 81, and I want to say that's accurate because Chris Bryant is hot, hot, hot. And don't forget, you have Rizzo. I'm not sure who their pitching is, but 85 and 77, 29% chance to win the division are the Cubs. And you have the Brewers in first place, 89 and 73. And I think that's pretty accurate. I think the Brewers have proven that they are a team, and a team that wins ball games. They play a different kind of baseball. Definitely a National League team there. But with their pitching and bullpen, I think that they're going to be an okay playoff team, and I think they will make the playoffs no problem. And it even says here that the Cardinals, they have Paul Goldschmidt, who Goldschmidt is really good hitter, but even adding Tommy Edman and Nolan Arenado and Goldschmidt, I don't think the three of them is going to be able to do it, just because of their pitching. I'm not sure who they have, but I don't think they have any superstars. And it says, so who will take the Central? The projections think it'll be the Brewers, not the Yu Darvish-less Cubs, or the Trevor Bauer-less Reds. So, little play on words there. Milwaukee will need a bounce-back season from 2018. MVP award winner Christian Yelich, who struggled last year, he really did. I think a main thing was they were saying that he wasn't able to review the tape in the dugout. With that rule last year they made, they didn't allow people to watch a game film during the games. So that's something he did. That was something he was doing in between at bats, in between innings, and it wasn't allowed. So I think with that being reintroduced into the game, I think that you'll see him doing fine. Let's check what he's doing right now. I think he's injured. Yeah, he's injured. So he's on a 10-day injured list with a lower back strain. So, anyways, okay. So let's move on to the NL West. We have the Dodgers coming in first place at 103 and 59, and I think that's accurate. They're like 11 and 2 right now, 12 and 2. They're about to sweep the Padres, my San Diego Padres. The problem with that is, the last two games I've watched have been exhausting. But it just seems like the Dodgers have things go their way. For example, last night's game, Tommy Pham hit a shot into right center field, and Mookie Betts robbed of what would have been, maybe a stand-up triple if that ball goes under his glove and rolls to the fence. I think Tommy is on third base. Would have gotten the hit for the walk-off. Well, the past two games would probably say no, just considering the game before that. The Padres had runners, bases loaded in extra innings, and struck out twice. And all they needed to do was hit a fly ball into the outfield, and we win the game easily. But whatever. So as the Padres 96 and 66, I don't example, let's say every umpire has their own zone. So you're expecting batters to go in there and adjust to your zone. It's ridiculous. It should be a universal strike zone. It should always be the same. And I think baseball would be so much more fun to watch. And I think pitching would be better to watch too, because pitchers would be just dialed in on hitting their spots. Instead of throwing pitcher pitches, which I hate it, and I was a pitcher, and I would get some calls that went my way that were just insane. I couldn't believe. And as a pitcher, if you get that call, you just keep going there all night. And as a hitter, it's nearly impossible to hit a ball, yet alone guess what the umpire's strike zone is going to be in that moment. Anyways, so yeah, you got the D-backs coming in at third place, 79 and 83. Then you have the Giants, 75 and 87, and the Rockies, 62 and 102. So, this is hopefully San Diego will